Hello and welcome to another episode or video, depending of course whether you're listening or watching, as these go out both on my podcast at Bracken Outdoors for those busy people who can listen in the car or while washing dishes or tidying equipment, and then also out on YouTube as well for you, my fantastic viewers. So, as many of you know, I'm a big proponent of knowing your numbers, knowing the cost to deliver your sessions, your personal rates, the ones you have at the moment, the ones that you're aiming for, what you need to make in a day to keep the lights on in both the business and in your own home. And it's a big thing. And those numbers are really important. And then, of course, translating that into the pricing of your sessions and the pricing of your events is critical. And I want you to learn from mistakes that I've made in this as well. And I've made a lot of them. And basically, I'm hoping that you can kind of accelerate this process and move past these mistakes so you can reach financial security sooner than I have. So the big thing is, when you're looking at pricing a session, the way I used to approach it was I have a certain number of people on the session. I have a certain amount of money that I need to make as a business to both guarantee my income, whatever. Simple. Divide the number of sessions by the amount that I need to earn. That's the ticket price. The problem is, this assumes fully booking, and stuff happens, and you may not reach that point. And so then you're immediately starting to make a loss, either not making your target income or needing to invest. If you suddenly need to invest more in equipment or whatever else, it gets tricky. So, especially when you're starting out, make sure to allow that extra buffer in. Otherwise, you have those sessions which, even if they're still 70% full, you are pretty close to the red. So design them for somewhere around, depending on your sizes, about 80% capacity. 80 to 90, depending on how confident you are in your marketing. If you are happy and receive everything you need to receive at 80%, then that extra 20% when it happens is a really nice surprise and a buffer to unexpected expenses. So that means that you can then either invest more. So if you have a really good month and you're at 100% capacity, then you might be able to get that special tarp shelf that you wanted, or that cooking equipment to run a different session, or you might be able to set up a website or something else. It gives you that extra bit, or you can take it and put it into those all important funds, like your pension pot and your savings and your kind of business operating savings as well, the ones that keep your business afloat even if you have a bad month. And that way, even if you say then have a really terrible month and it drops below to 60, you've probably still got enough leeway that you can adjust a few things, you can pare back a few expenses, and you can still make it through. But if you are assuming that your minimum is at 100%, dropping down to 50 or 60 or below is going to be crippling for that month. So design it around that 80%, 80 to 90%, and have it set up in a way that means that you can still operate even if you don't hit your full targets. So as I said, learn from my mistakes, set up your pricing, know your numbers, and build things for the future. So there's always that margin, that buffer protects you. Anyway, that's all for me today. If you would like some help with sorting all of this out with determining your base rate, I have a whole spreadsheet and everything else, full instructions for finding out your three important numbers. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. So that really just helps you through designing the financial side of your business and creating it in such a way that you have sustainability for a long time, so you can continue making a difference in people's lives. So thank you so much for watching and listening. Remember to make the most of every day.